I'm not necessarily trying to play the Juneteenth squeeze, even though if it happens, I'm down for it, and that's why I'm getting in now. I think long term, this is going to do numbers. I like the gambling sector a lot moving forward in any type of world we enter. I got a new hot Gematria stock for you today. Make sure you watch the full video because this one is a banger. What's up, everybody? Art Turner, D.A.T.A Productions Media. Dreams are tangible aspirations where we scheme our dreams into existence. Man, I got another great video for you today. Like I said, a new hot Gematria stock. We're going to get into UONE Inc., UONE Incorporated. You know, it's again on this channel. At least I am a swing to long-term investor, and while this is going to be a swing to long-term trade for me, there are some catalysts that are coming up for a possible squeeze. So I'm going to get into that today. And we're going to get into the Gematria because this is kind of a big event for the world and for the Matrix and what they're about to insert in the ethosphere. So it makes complete sense that there's a lot of Gematria connections for this company. I bought in at $8.73 on Friday. I found out the stock from Stan, the trading man, but I also found it out from Will Mead. I follow both of them. And we're going to get into some of their tweets about the company. But if you guys don't know what this company is, I'm just going to go over the overview real quick before we go further, okay? UONE Inc., formerly Radio One Inc., together with its subsidiaries, is an urban-oriented multimedia company. The company's radio broadcasting franchise business primarily targets African American and urban listeners. It operates through 4 segments: radio broadcasting, Reach Media Inc., internet, and cable television. The radio broadcasting segment consists of its radio broadcast operations. The Reach Media segment consists of the results of operations for the Tom Joyner Morning Show and related activities and operations of other syndicated radio shows, including the Ricky Smiley in the Morning Show, the Russ Parr Morning Show, the D.L. Hughley Show. The Internet segment includes the results of its online business, which includes websites from all of its business divisions. The Cable Television segment consists of operations of TV One LLC. It owns and operates approximately 60 broadcast stations located over 60 urban markets in the United States. So this is the company overview of UONE. So it predominantly caters to urban and African American consumers of entertainment and things along those lines. And what makes this stock interesting? Last year, this stock got all the way up to $54.16, right to the run up to Juneteenth, June 19th. And so people are thinking, well, maybe history is going to repeat itself. And a lot of people think that it had to run up for certain reasons that was happening within America politically and social economically at that time. On that channel we don't necessarily talk about that because YouTube likes to censor and it gets hot and emotional. But when it comes to money, it's something to think about. And so, am I going to come off the bat and say we're going to squeeze up to $50 again? No, I'm not saying that. And like I said, I'm a swing to long-term investor. But the key thing about this company is not necessarily Juneteenth, which is coming up, why I have 5 shares right now, because I'm going to scale in to possibly get a part of the squeeze and make some money off it. But I'm looking past that. I'm looking past the trees. So I'm thinking long term, because what just is going on catalyst wise, UONE, they're going to be building a casino in Richmond, Virginia. Okay, and it's going to be, they're going to make it like I guess like the African American Atlantic City in Richmond, Virginia. It's going to be a casino resort. Okay, let's get into the Twitter real quick with Will Mead, what he has to say real quick. He has a $20 to $25 price target on UONE, first black-owned casino in the U.S. Hashtag huge deal. Evaluation panel recommends one casino plus resort for Southside Richmond. Mayor Stoney supports decision. That's big. That's big. That's big. And we're going to get into the Gematria decodes for this as well, which confirms the DD we already know. Stan, the trading man's been talking about the stock a lot. He's been, trying to get in before the short squeeze. He said he bought in around 11. So he's kind of behind the 8 ball, especially since it's at $8 right now. But hey, if you haven't gotten in yet, or even like myself, I'm looking to average down, even if it goes lower. I'm not necessarily trying to play the Juneteenth squeeze, even though if it happens, I'm down for it, and that's why I'm getting in now. But I'm looking at long term what it's going to do with that casino, and where where gambling and casino gambling in general is going. I don't talk about the stock, but one of my largest holdings is Golden Nugget Online Gaming. I truly think gambling in any type of economy, whether it's really thriving or struggling, gambling has always did well. People are going to gamble their money regardless if they have it or not. So it's always been a profitable business. And right now with it having the title of being the first majority black owned casino in American history, that has a little bit more power, vibration, and some behind it. And so that's what got me in to looking into this, and seeing Will Mead's tweets, and with Juneteenth around the corner. So let's get into this article real quick on Richmond.com, and then we'll get into the Gematria, and we'll be done for this video today. It's going to be a quick one. I just wanted to get this out to you guys and the ethos so you guys can think about it, all right? So the title is going to be important when it comes to the Gematria. This is Richmond.com. Richmond picks Urban One Casino in Southside for November referendum. And it just goes through the article how Mayor LeVar Stoney approves of the casino plans for the city in Richmond. There's a referendum to vote on November 2nd from the city council. The project will create over 1,000 good-paying jobs. Employees are going to make it on average $55,000 a year annually, and being that they're in Virginia, $55,000 a year is going to go a long way for a lot of people, especially in the South. So that's good. And even though TD Ameritrade has said they have over 60, broadcasting centers, through my DD, which correlates with the Gematria as well, is that Urban One, UONE Inc., they have 55 operating radio broadcast stations. And so 55 is a big number, as you see, $55,000 a year annually on average. Okay, just to confirm where I got the 55 from, on Urban One's Wikipedia page, yes, I know it's Wikipedia, but they play a role as well. They are saying that they have 55 operating radio stations. So as we go forward, when we get into the Gematria, 55 is going to play a huge role in this company. But before we do that, I just have one quick announcement. Like I've been saying for the last couple of videos, I am being censored because of my sports documentary content. So to try to combat that, I am taking my sports documentary content and I'm putting that on my Patreon page as premium content. So moving forward, all my Gematria decodes for all the dope sports documentaries I do, it's going to be my Patreon, and it's only going to be $5 a month. That's a coffee a month where you get a pretty darn good, extended long-form documentary on some of your favorite sports events and favorite sports athletes of all time. And it helps support the channel moving forward. So D.A.T.A Productions YouTube channel is going to be about more, conscience awakening, making money, more freedom. But for the people who want the sports documentary content for only $5 a month, you're going to get a banger of a movie/video from me. And it's going to be worth it. And the first documentary I am doing is going to be Michael Jordan's last shot in Game 6 versus the Utah Jazz. And, what a good time for it. What a great synchronicity for it. It's a 23-year anniversary coming up on June 14th this year. I'll be dropping it on June 13th, one day early on that Sunday. The storyline's great. The visuals are great. I'm almost done, and it's going to be in editing mode soon. So if you want to support D.A.T.A Productions Media and you want more sports content from me for only $5 a month, sign up below and become a supporter of my Patreon page in the description or in the pinned comment. Thank you, and let's get into the Gematria decodes. So off the bat, let's just get some of the base ones out the way. The ticker symbol, UONE, U1, already you see. English ordinal equals 55. It also equals 19. 53 is going to play a big role, and then 17 in the reverse reduction cipher. Urban 1 Inc. equals 116 in English ordinal, 53 in reduction, 181 reverse ordinal, and 64 in reverse reduction. But you see U1 and Urban 1 Inc. both equal 53 in the ciphers, the 2 of the 4 base ciphers, and U1 already equals 55. And so for this next one, the reason why 55 radio stations was important was because of the Chaldean cipher. Now, if you watched my Gematria Masterclass, you will understand a little bit more about the Chaldean cipher. Or if you watch my Kevin Durant is a Nephilim video. But in short, the Chaldean cipher, what makes it special is it's not necessarily in chronological order or numerical order. It's based off vibrations of that specific letter. All right, so off the bat, A equals 1, 2, B equals 2, and then, E equals 5. So 1 through 5 is easy. But then F equals 8 out of nowhere, G equals 3, H equals 5. And that might be confusing to a lot of people, but, it's pretty scientific on how they figure this out. They just match the vibrational pattern of a letter, and then they assign the number to it. And so I don't use it a lot for stocks, but I use it a lot in my sports gematria decodes. And it is play an important role. And the reason why I used it for this and I got out of the 4 base ciphers is because 55 radio stations equals 53 in Chaldean, like, the ticker symbol in 53 in reverse ordinal, and how Urban 1 Inc. equals 53 in the reduction. So that's a very strong connection I didn't want to leave out. U1 Casino equals 55 in the reverse reduction cipher. Then let's go over to Richmond, Virginia, where it's going to be 53 in the reduction cipher, 55 in the reverse reduction cipher. Just like Mayor Stoney, LeVar Stoney is the mayor. He's approving of this casino, and that equals 53 in reduction and 55. But also, you see the 17s when 107, remember 0 is just the value placeholder, so 107 equals 17. A 170 equals 17. And then you have U1 over here equaling 17 in the reverse reduction cipher. And then, so we're all waiting on that referendum on November 2nd, right? Referendum equals 55 in reduction and 53 in reverse reduction. So you see the pop-ups of 55, 53 are playing a big role. The referendum is going to be on November 2nd. That has 54 date numerology. That's important because black-owned equals 54 in the reduction cipher, That, I think that's a pretty big sign. And then, as you see, we have first black casino in United States. That equals 117 in the reduction cipher, along with 55 operating radio stations equaling 117 in the same pure reduction cipher. So I think, this is in line for something big past Juneteenth, June 19th for that possible squeeze. I'm thinking long term on this. We might get even better prices after the Juneteenth squeeze once everybody sells off. But I'm looking for that November 2nd run up. Cheap prices as we run up even more. I'm more of a fundamentals trader, right? I'm not a momentum news traders per se, but I know it's out there, right? So let's keep going. Casino gambling equals 126 in English ordinal. Richmond, Virginia casino and one casino plus resort Richmond, Virginia equals 126 in the reduction cipher. So 126 plays a role in this, and it connects Richmond, Virginia and the name of the casino. And we have, the famous 56, especially what's happened last year with, the coronavirus and short squeezes and things. So 56 does play a role. And I showed you that article from Richmond.com. Well, Richmond.com equals 56 in the reverse reduction cipher, just like short squeeze, just like short squeeze. Just if you guys forgot, short squeeze equals 56, right? And short squeeze equals 53 as well in the Chaldean cipher. Maybe. Maybe that's going in line with UONE, right? Anyway, but okay, the septenary cipher, it equals 33 in the septenary cipher as well. And 33 is important because within the septenary cipher, so the septenary cipher is 1 through 7. 7, it stops at 7 because 7 is the most divine number, especially when it comes to, I guess religious aspects. But in general, number is very divine. Religion aside, number is very divine for many different reasons. You can't get an exact angle on heptagons. It has no babies like divisor babies. And God created the world in 6 days. The universe in 6 days, rested on the seventh. You have a six-sided die, but the top and bottom adds up to 7. Just things like that. It's a very divine number. So that's why the septenary cipher is important. It equals 33 in septenary.richmond.com. But why is 33 important in this case? We know it's an important number in general, but why for UONE? Well, if you guys remember the title of the article, Richmond picks Urban One Casino in Southside for November referendum. If we go back over here, Richmond picks Urban One Casino in Southside for November referendum equals 330 in the reverse reduction cipher. You see 33. So that's why I played that role. That's why it's important to have that connection. Again, I'm going to stay in the 4 base ciphers when it comes to stocks mostly. But when you have strong connections like that, I gotta let you guys know. The CEO of Urban One Inc. Again, it's primarily black owned. So the CEO, the majority owner, Alfred C. Liggins III equals 153 in English ordinal. 153 has popped up a lot in LTNC, right? But it also pops up in this as well. 1,000 paying jobs equals 153 in reverse ordinal, just as Alfred C. Liggins in the English. So you see the connection there. Him as the CEO, bringing 1,000 paying jobs to the Richmond area with the casino. And then let's finish up the decodes today because we just want to keep concise. And as the storyline keeps going, we'll expand the picture. But for now, we'll keep it as is. One casino plus resort equals 73 in reduction, along with Richmond Casino. That plays a role. In the reverse, a 73 is 37. So casino gaming in Virginia equals 370 in reverse ordinal. And first black majority owner of a casino equals 370 in the English ordinal cipher. So those are the Gematria decodes I have for UONE today. Again, it's a possible squeeze opportunity. It did get halted on Friday. It was at $10 something, but regardless of the Juneteenth news in the run up, I'm looking at what could happen afterwards on the decline at good prices. I think these are pretty good prices right now. I'm not a financial advisor. You have to invest at your own risk. I've said that multiple times, and it may keep going down. But if the price keeps going down, I'm going to buy because I think long term this is going to do numbers. I like the gambling sector a lot moving forward in any type of world we enter. I have 5 shares right now, small at time, but I'm gonna build up over time, and hopefully we get a nice squeeze for Juneteenth. But I'm not banking on it. I'm thinking past that at this point. Again, hit my Patreon page if you want to get my sports documentary decodes and movie long form content. I can't keep it on my YouTube anymore. It's affecting my channel, but you can still support, and I still want to do the content for the people. Join my email list, so if I ever get taken off YouTube, you can stay in contact with me. Like, subscribe, comment on the video below. Do you like this stock? Do you think it could do numbers? Let me know. Do you think the Gematria is on point? That's all I have for you guys today. D.A.T.A Productions Media, dreams are tangible aspirations where we scheme our dreams. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. You guys have a good one.